wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas. The roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Houston Texans. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Now a play fake here on first down. They'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were excellent a week ago. That victory over Indianapolis.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times 2 interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball?
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. Now a hit and a loose football. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Second and 6. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked up by Christian Harris. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
1st and 10, it's Pierce. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing really in this game.
Throwing is Hurts. Throw left side complete. That's Pierce. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. That's caught left side by the tight end, Jordan. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
The kick by Fairbairn is good, and it's now 3-0 Texans. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver and that's...
2nd quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A 1st down carry by Allen. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And this one caught downfield by Evans. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Ran a perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and it passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll go underneath here to Elliott. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Always important as a defender on 3rd down to keep the ball in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the 1st down marker. Excellent defense, good tackling.
They'll try and sneak it here. Credit there goes to those guys up front.
Certainly does, but we're also seeing how quarterbacks are doing it nowadays on the sneak. When I played high school ball, my coach John Ford used to say, just get down behind those guys and pick up the 1st down. Now these guys might hesitate to count, use their vision in their eyes, and find the crease and dive for it that way.
Up the middle, here's Elliott. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. So it's the big left tackle who gets...
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Evans has it left side. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Second and 13. He's got Otten. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 and a good first step there with 2nd and goal coming up. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense. Countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the 2nd quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
On fourth down, Kyle Shanahan will send out the field goal unit. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. Now they send a man in motion right. They'll set up a throw. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bucs' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. The point after is good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the #1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Hurts sets up to throw it. Throw right side, taken in by Collins. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Fairbairn able to put this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
First down, they go right back to Pierce. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's Hurts to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Lawrence. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the bucs 43. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. He finds his man, complete. It's Lawrence. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
19 tight. 19 tight.
Hurts. He'll let one go deep for Howard. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points. But he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there. A 3rd quarter now, a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. Hurts throw completed to Mechie. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the bucs 15-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lawrence. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career, and fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Dameon Pierce. His 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Now the Houston offense is going to stay out there as they'll try for 2. Hurts will throw. That is incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because in the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
On 2nd down, Elliott once more. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. It finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now back to throw. And that is incomplete.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Open man has got it. It's complete. He'll get it inside the 20, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 49 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter,
and he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Buccaneers answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another 1st down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 41-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's got some space here. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Inside give to Elliott. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Back to throw here. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And the Buccaneers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Victory formation now for the Buccaneers. Down to a knee they go. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter.